Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to set your Mi5 phone to EDL mode. You cannot you put it into EDL mode using the volume up, volume down buttons, but through shorting a couple of jumper pins, and this is required to restore the phone to stock firmware when it is hard break or when your sensors aren't working. So to put it into EDL mode, you need something like this, a vacuum cap to remove the cover, then remove 7 screws out of here. So you have got 7 plus 2, 9 screws removed, so this cover is out. I've also removed the SIM tray, and I had this tweezer, so you need to basically short these two pins which you see here, these two pins, and then have one end of the USB cable connected to the phone, and the other end you need to connect when you are sure that these two pins are shorted. So it will take you a couple of attempts, and once you have that, then you through the device manager you will be able to find that the phone is in EDL mode. So once the phone is connected properly in the EDL mode, so in device manager you will find an entry like this: Qualcomm HS USB Q loader 9008 COM6, and then you can start the flashing using the Mi flash tool. I'll show you also a small clipping when I actually started with the flashing process, but this is a very normal flashing through the Mi flash tool through the EDL mode. What's important is you need to make changes to certain files for the sensors to work. By default, the global stable ROM which comes in TGZ format, you need to extract it using WinRAR. So I've already extracted it in this folder. This is the standard folder structure you have. So the thing that is missing is flashing of persist.img entry in all the flash files. So if you launch the Mi flash tool, you can either do a clean all or you can do clean all and lock. So clean all option is linked to flash all, and clean all and lock is linked to flash all lock.bat. These are the scripts. So you need to first open this file and make some entries related to persist.img. So let me open the file and show it to you. So now I've opened the file. I search for persist. The entry is right now there because I've added it, but by default this entry is missing, and that's the reason your sensors don't work. So details of all the sensors and even the find my device option on Xiaomi is through this. So if this partition is not flashed, it doesn't work. So screen rotation, image rotation doesn't work. So now by now you would have seen what is the entry I have added over here. The next you can also make similar entries to flash all except _storage.bat script, then flash all lock.bat, and also on the sh the shell scripts, all lock crc bat, everywhere you can have a look and make those changes to the entry. The other place where you need to do is an XML file. I will just show it to you. So you also need to make changes to raw program 0.xml. It is you can find it under images itself. So when I open it under notepad, okay, I will again search with persist. So this entry wasn't present earlier, and I have added it here too, and then you need to save it. I always recommend to keep a backup of these files, so I will save the old files with a dot old name and made changes to the original file. The detailed process of what are the changes that need to be done, I have given a short tiny URL link. So tinyurl.com/persist flashing. So when you open this, it takes you to the original XDA for forums developers.com link where the process is mentioned. They have just given a sample for a different phone, and you need to make changes accordingly. So once you make program change to the raw program XML file, you also need to generate the CRC of this file. So the process is mentioned over here. So you need to visit this site, drag the persist.img, and generate the CRC hex code for this persist.img. Once that's ready, the final change you need to make is on the CRC so let's search for the file CRC. Okay, yeah, so we find that CRC list.txt. So here if you see the last entry, so the after 0x whatever you find is created from there, from the website. I dragged the persist.img file and created that. So once this is ready, then you can begin with the flashing process. And once let's start with the flashing now. So I demonstrate to you the process once again. I remove the covers and then short the pins to set it under EDL mode, and simultaneously plugging the USB cable to the laptop. It gets detected under device manager in EDL mode. I browse for the path where the firmware is there, click on refresh and click on flash. As soon as I start click on flash, the flashing process starts, and it takes some time and gets successfully completed.